name is Paul Cesar Chumuluna, and I belong to the line of marketing, retail, and customer behavior. The name of my research is what impact of micro and small enterprises, so related to the textile sector of Lima. My general problem is the following. What is the influence of the textile sector website in the web impact related to the textile sector in Lima? My general objective is to determine the influence of the textile sector websites in the web impact related to the textile sector in Lima. My theoretical foundation is divided for two backgrounds. The first background is national background. This industry was chosen because it was found as statistics that showed the presence of Peru outside of the country, and how other countries are looking to Peru as an emerging country. And actually it was, this research was the whole information that I found about other topics in outside of Peru. I wanted to transform this information into the into the micro and small enterprises, because I can determine through the web impact the repercussion that would be between the websites. Alright, and then, for example, as an international background, according to source Calero and Platini, and of course in one of his articles, they mentioned that the internet is a tool that more and more people get massively. In addition, each person who begins to use it always starts for a search engine. So with a search engine, for example, it would be for this research, we're going to use Bing instead of Google, because Bing offers more information than Google now. And we just list, of course, this search engine offers millions of web pages. Of course, this million of web pages is under keywords. These keywords, for example, you look for something, and that something is called keywords, and immediately it transfers you to other websites as long as you want. And it also mentions that the websites now need to add value. What is this? For example, in the past, we used to post some images, some advertisement, which was not good enough, so not so much right now. Now, the companies are very focused on the value of the add value for those pages, because all the things get into by our eyes. All right. So if a person, for example, a person who wants to buy shoes, it always recommended that that website is very dynamic, very creative, it's gotta use very innovation to attract the customer. All right. And also related to this topic, I found an Indian researcher who was focused this research in order to know the repercussion about the universities in India. But in this case, he will be focused on the micro and small enterprises related to the textile sector of Lima. Now, for general hypothesis, the impact of the textile sector websites associated with the web impact related to the textile sector of Lima. That is the general hypothesis. And then we're going to describe the methodology. Well, in this case, about the design, we're going to use the quantitative. The population will be the potential customers' website and micro and small enterprises related to the textile sector operating in Lima, according to the National Council of the Development of Micro and Small Enterprises. The procedure for calculating the sample size will be based on the study regarding to the census data logging instrument to identify which is the micro and small textile companies that have websites. So it is very fundamental that in our research, during the research, those micro and small enterprises must have websites. All right, and then the instrument will be a structure questionnaire to 30 textile companies. I'm sorry, to 30 textile customers. As I said, the instruments that we're going to use is a structure questionnaire and then impact data registry. The procedure for a structure questionnaire, it would be of course we have to select a sample in order to have about 30 potential customers of micro and small textile for the questionnaire, and we're going to go in random situations, or in this case in random locations where the majority are located in La Victoria, which is a district of Lima. We're not going to go in Victoria. We're going to go to our districts around Victoria, and then for the calculation of the web impact, we're going to use the population in order to select only the micro and small companies that has websites. And it's all about a census study using the original formula, which is the simple web impact factor and then the external web impact factor. So that's it. We're going to use these two instruments to determine the repercussion about these websites, in order to, at the end of the research, we're going to create a ranking of these companies that were already placed in customers' minds. And I guess that's all. Thank you so much for your attention.